We started off, if we back up, just looking at the progression of information, talking about al-mubtada wal-khabar. From here, he's going to branch into three cases. That which assimilates the sentence of the mubtada and khabar, making the mubtada become a noun of the assimilating operative, and the khabar becomes the khabar of that assimilating operative. That's kana and its sisters. So kana wa akhawatuha. And there's something Ibn Hisham does not mention, which is kada wa akhawatuha. It's not in the Metzin. These are called af'alul muqaraba. That's in the Mutammima, though, of Al-Ajur Rumiyah, which, in level, it rivals Qatrul Nada. Maybe Qatrul Nada is more prestigious, though.
Do they teach Qatul Nada and Nada before they teach the Mutammima, or they teach which?
Yes, but it used to be the other way.
Oh,
I learned Mutammima before I learned Qatrul Nada.
MashaAllah.
Then when I learned Qatrul Nada, I said, why are we learning this now?
MashaAllah.
But it got flipped. So when it got flipped, then I knew I was on the right track there. But that was after I had already passed those and got out of those levels.
MashaAllah.
Kana wa akhawatuha. And then for kana wa akhawatuha, there's subcategory also, which is al-ahruf al-mushabbaha bilaysa. The particles that are similar to laysa. All of these go here under this first category. Leaves the mubtada, which becomes the ism, marfu'a, and makes the khabar, not leaves it marfu'a, makes it marfu'a, and makes the khabar mansub. Second category is the reverse. That's inna wa akhawatuha. Makes the ism mansub and the khabar marfu'a. And this has subcategory. La and nafiyatu lil jins. As if this lad is one of the sisters of Inna, as if. But it has some special rules that sets it apart. And then we'll see the third thing is dhanna wa akhawatuha. Making the ism and the khabar both mansub. So now the author wants to talk about lan nafiyatu lil jins. The translators, they said the la of categorical negation. That's fine. I like that translation. Similar to inna in effect, yani working like inna, is la of categorical negation. La nafiyatu lil jins. However, it only operates on indefinite nouns following it, like la sahiba ilmin mamkut and la 20 dirhaman indi. If its subject is neither ascribed, I mean, it's not a mudaf, nor a similar construct, shibh mudaf, then it is indeclinable. It's ending fixed on a fatha. Okay. This translation, this paragraph here, the translation is not bad, mashallah. Before I continue reading, let's take a look at the Arabic. So he says, وَمِثْلُ إِنَّ لَنْ نَافِيَةُ لِلْجِنْسِ. Like inna is la of categorical negation. I like that. لكن عملها خاص بالنكرات المتصلة بها. However, its activity is particular to indefinite words in direct contact with it, meaning there's nothing between la and its noun. Whereas we saw for inna is valid to bring the khabar forward. You can say, we have right here, inna fi dhalika la'ibratan. So, ibratan is the ism of inna. Yet it's not in direct contact with inna. There is something between the particle inna and its noun, ibrah. For lan nafiyatu lil jins, you cannot separate it from its noun in this way, or from its subject. Yeah, not while keeping the same results, the same syntactical results. Not to say here that you can't separate what's being negated from la. You can't, not to say that you cannot separate what is being negated by la from la. You can, but then it will alter the i'rab. Here, this back to this example. Inna fi dhalika la'ibratan. This word ibratan is mansub. It's mansub, and it's mansub because of inna. Whether it were in contact with inna or not in contact with inna, it's mansub by inna. As for lam nafiyatu lil jins, it will be affecting the indefinite word that's in direct contact with it. If you move that noun away from la so that other words come in between them, then this will, it's not that that's not possible, but it will alter the i'rab. From that perspective, you might say it's not possible. It's not possible to remove it, to move it away from la and keep the same i'rab. That's what's not possible. He says, Nahwu la sahiba ilmin mamkut. There is no possessor of knowledge. Hated. Wala 20 dirhaman indi. And also, there is not 20 dirhams with me. There are no 20 dirhams. There are no 20 dirhams. Not there is not. There are no 20 dirhams with me.
Yeah, Ustad.
Yes.
Oh, what is making dirham mansub here?
20.
Okay.
Dirham is tamyiz.
Okay. Okay.
20 is what's ambiguous. So it needs a tamyiz to distinguish it. 20 or what? If someone say, I bought 20, and say what?
No, no.
Numbers are inherently ambiguous. And
I
it's,
didn't. Afwan. Hold on.
no, go ahead.
No, please. I was just going.
I was going to say numbers are inherently ambiguous, so they need something to remove the ambiguity.
No. I know in mathematics, you have in vectors, you have a magnitude, which is the amount of something, but then you need something that is pointing to telling you the qualification of the magnitude, where what kind of it is joules, like in electricity. Is it watts? Is it like
Yeah,
20 watt, like
that's the tamyiz.
okay, that actually makes tamyiz easier to understand. So I didn't take a lesson on numbers, like other than just knowing counting numbers. I know there's a whole lesson in that in itself, but that's good to know. Jazakumullah khairan.
Yeah. طيب. So it says here, وإن كان اسمها غير مضاف ولا شبهه بني على الفتح. They said its ending is fixed on a fatha when it is singular or a broken plural, like la rajula wala rijala. Wait, no, not here. Sorry. If its subject is neither ascribed nor a similar construct, then it is indeclinable. Its ending fixed on بني على الفتح. الفتحة في نحو in the likes of يعني like لا رجل ولا رجال and لا رجال وعليه أو على الكسر في نحو لا مسلمات or لا مسلمات. A fatha or a kasra, meaning two dialects. You can say it this way or that way. When it is a feminine sound plural, like la muslimata or la muslimatin. Bunya la muslimati. La muslimati. Yeah. It's mabni. وعلى الياء في نحو لا رجلين ولا مسلمين. Or a ya when it is dual or sound masculine plural, like la rajulaini wa la muslimina. Let me do a quick breakdown for you here. You would say, for example, la rajula, حاضر حاضر. How is this different from inna wa akhawatiha? Inna rajula حاضر. So I'm posing the question here to open it. Yani, I will answer the question. The question is, what's the difference here between inna wa akhawatuha and la and nafiya lil jins? For one, La nafiya lil jins works on nakirat in particular. This one has to be nakirah. Whereas this one doesn't have to be nakirah. Also, lam nafiya lil jins, this is amongst the important differences, makes its noun mabni. Whereas inna makes its noun mansub. Mansub. How do we know that rajul right there is mabni? Because if it were mansub, it would have a tanween on there. It would have a tanween on there. Then you'd say la rajulan. So when it came out as la rajula, it's nakira, yet without a tanween, then we knew it was mabni. Fi mahalli nasb. Also, the ism of la doesn't separate from it. Whereas the ism of inna uh, can drift away from it by something coming in between them.
In the first case, can we say la rajula fil bayt?
Yes.
So is there, in that case, there is something between that, or is,
La rajula, no, there's nothing between them.
oh, I mean, okay, but after the word, after the ism, so there can be something after the ism. That's what
Yes,
is
we are
okay.
just talking here about the particle and its noun.
Okay. Oh, right. It's because you gave the example, the other example,
In
la
nafi
ibra.
dhalika, nah.
Okay, no, no.
You gave that example here, this ayah. Inna fi dhalika la'ibra. La'ibratan. So something came in between the inna and its noun. Uh, okay. Now, before I move on, let me just go ahead and mention something. In these books, they don't mention this example. La ilaha illallah. Does it go here? Yeah, it does go here. But it has another issue in it, which has istithna. This istithna has a lot of details. So they're not able to use this sentence now here in what we're talking about. Because istithna makes a difference in the i'rab, a big difference. So, as beautiful and beloved as the statement is, we can't start here with it in the lesson. Yani, to talk about the i'rab of La ilaha illallah, we need to know both the rules of La nafiya lil jins and istithna to be sure we're getting the i'rab right. Mulhatul i'rab addresses the i'rab of the sentence La ilaha illallah, or at least the explanation does. I think it's in the metin. I don't remember now. For sure, it's in the explanation of Sheikh Bahrak. Sheikh Bahrak, the explainer of Mulha, one of them. Mulhatul I'rab was explained by a sheikh called Bahraq. We took that explanation. It was also explained by As-Suyuti, rahimahullah. And it was explained by the author himself. He did his own explanation for his poem, Al-Hariri. Okay. But there is another sentence that we know and love that will come to be addressed. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Okay. So what is he talking about here? It might end with the fatha, or it might end with the fatha or kasra, or might end with a ya. So let me get back here. What is the case of ism la? Here's the rule. Ism la. La النافية للجنس is مبني على ما ينصب به. That's the rule. مبني على ما ينصب به. The noun or the subject of the la of categorical negation is mabni, not mansub, but it's mabni with the sign of nasb. Yani it's mabni, it appears, its sign of bina is the same as the sign of nasb. So then, in the examples, he says, in the Metz, La rajula, wala rijala, and la muslimata, or la muslimati. Make sure that's not taking the tanween. Yeah, without a tanween. And la rajulaini, la muslimina. Okay. So, had any of these words been mansub, what would the sign of nasb have been? Such as if you were to say, ضربت رجلا, mansub. So, rajulan, the sign of nasb for this word is fatha. So, when it is with this la, it's going to be mabni ala fatah, built with fatah, built with the sign by which it would have been mansub. And likewise, la rijala. Now, wala muslimati, that's the sign of nasib. Or you can say لا مسلمات. لا رجلين. The ya is the sign. It's the sign of nasb. So the dual form is going to be mabni ala ya. And likewise, لا مسلمين مبني على الياء. But what did he say? إن كان اسمها غير مضاف ولا شبهه. If the noun of la is not a mudaf, nor the likes of a mudaf, all these cases are not mudaf. These are all غير مضاف. If it were mudaf, then it's going to be just mansub, like when he says, لا صاحب علم ممكوت. صاحب علم. صاحب علم. صاحب is mansub, not mabni ala fatih, it's mansub because it's a mudaf. Okay. Do you have any questions about anything so far?
Um, can you mention again the definition of the La Nafia lil Jins? You mentioned
Yeah.
it.
The definition of la nafiya lil jins is the la that negates an entire genus. That's why I like their
No,
translation. They said la of categorical negation.
no.
Nafiya yani, it's in the name, nafiya lil jins, as opposed to merely nafiya. You have la nafiya. Like if you said la rajulun fid dar. This is not nafiya lil jins. Then you also have la nafiya lil jins. It's a different la. That's when you're going to say la rajula fid dar. There's a difference between these two, which is that la rajula fid dar is definitely a categorical negation. Whereas mere la nafiya, la rajulun fid dar is not definitely a mere is not definitely uh, uh, a categorical denial. يعني لا رجل في الدار, it does accept the meaning of a categorical denial, like la rajula, but it's not explicit in being a categorical denial. La rajula fi dar is explicit in being a categorical denial.
if a person were to replace that ism with a ism alim, like someone asked, "Is Zayd in the house?" and someone replied, "No Zayd in the house."
Then it's
Um,
going to be not an ism. It's not going to be an alam. Because the condition for ism lan nafiya lil jins is to be nakira. And
okay,
the alam is always ma'rifa.
okay. So then
We
it
were
would
to
say,
say la zayda. If we were to say la zayda fi dal, then this would mean there is no kind of thing that's called Zayd in the house. Yani it has been demoted from being an alam in this way. Is that clear?
no, no. And the other examples you gave, la, I think you may have said la muslimata
Yeah.
and la musli, and you said that the alama, what, so the fatha there, the, uh, the kesra, well, okay, could you explain why it's in this case, a fatha when it's, well, it's not mansub because you said that it has to be mabni, right?
Yeah. Lugatan. Two dialects here.
Okay.
So some of the Arabs, they said it this way.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I'm going back in my mind. I'm like, what basic issue am I missing that I don't understand? Like because I would say la muslimati. Like that's what I would.
Yeah, would be if the one that's the sign of nasb is la muslimati.
No,
مبني على ما ينصب به.
no. And so the rajulain and muslimin, the you pointed to the yeah here
Yeah.
because of
Because that's the sign of nasb.
nam nam is
مبني على ما ينصب به. Yes, go ahead.
no, that's nam nam. I don't know why I was thinking about the here is something decline, something that is uh I'm thinking I was thinking it was not declinable, was not
Uh,
not
don't
uh
change from there.
it was mebni, huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm but I don't want to I don't want to expose my ignorance too much. I'm saying that I'm understanding that it's that it was mebni. So in these cases, it implies the some type of i'rab. So I was just okay. In the
Yeah,
case,
so yeah, it is mabni here. مبني على ما ينصب به. مبني with what would be the nasb sign.
okay, no, which is the yeah,
Yes.
no. Now those noon, the noons that come at the end of that, there are they like farika or how what are they called again?
عوض عن التنوين
Okay,
في المفرد. عوض عن التنوين في المفرد. They are replacement for the tanween that's present in the singular form.
no, no. Barakallahu fi.
And you know, okay. Now, the next thing the author wants to talk about is La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Let's save that for next week, but I do want to draw your attention to something that maybe even helps you understand what you were just asking about right now. So we were right now, since we're talking about lan nafiyatu lil jins, We just talked about what is mabni ala ma yunsabu bih. Let me draw your attention to what is mabni ala ma yujzamu bih. And what is mabni ala ma yurfa'u bih. Okay. مبني على ما يجزم به. So wait. مبني على ما ينصب به is what? اسم لا. اسم لا النافية للجنس. What's مبني على ما يجزم به? You know. It is فعل الأمر. فعل الأمر is مبني على ما يجزم به. Because you say افعل. افعل is مبني على السكون. Sukun is a sign of jazm. Or you say افعلوا. افعلوا فعل أمر مبني على حذف النون. It's مبني on حذف النون. مبني على ما يجزم به. Because had it been a فعل مضارع مجزوم, you would have said لم تفعل. And you would have said لم تفعلوا. So لم تفعل is فعل مضارع مجزوم وعلامة جزمه سكون. لم تفعلوا فعل مضارع مجزوم وعلامة جزمه حذف النون. So for the amr you say افعل فعل أمر مبني على سكون. Because it's مبني على ما يجزم به. And you say افعلوا فعل أمر مبني على حذف النون. Because it is مبني على ما يجزم به. Is this clear?
نعم.
So then, this one is مبني. And this one is معرب. And what about المبني على ما يرفع به? What's that? That's the munada. So you say, يا زيد. Zaid is مبني على الضم. Whereas if you were to say زيد قائم, you'd say زيد مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ضمة. You say يا زيداني. يا زيدون. In all these cases, it's مبني على ما يرفع به. يا زيداني. زيداني is مبني على ألف. يا زيدون مبني على واو. And there isn't any such thing as مبني على ما يجر به. If there is, it never passed me in what I've taken. So I will be fascinated to see such a thing if there's such a thing. I'll be mind blown. Like emoji with the explosion coming out of his head. MashaAllah. So I just wanted to show you that as for mabni ala ma yujzamu bihi, we actually already passed that because we already covered fi'lul amr. As for mabni ala ma yurfa'u bihi, that's coming. We didn't get to the munada yet. And as for mabni ala ma yunsabu bihi, that's what we are involved in right now. If you have any question, feel free, or else we'll just stop here.